Welcome to episode number 28.
I believe so, yes.
I actually think for once we're back on track. We're at number 28 of That's Cooked with Steph DeLander.
The old Mansa.
And Ol Mansa. What's going on, baby?
I'm ready. Today's the day.
What is today?
Well, I got something on my mustache.
No, I can't look at your face.
I just brushed my teeth. I didn't know if I had a little something on there.
No,
Today's the day.
Why? What are we doing?
Halloween.
Ooh.
Say the whole name for him, because when I say it sounds like I'm saying horror.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Night.
No, Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to Halloween Horror Nights, guys. It's very exciting.
Is it the grand opening or was that yesterday?
Well, so it's like a different thing because I think yesterday or the day before was like the media night where they invite all like the media and the vloggers and stuff.
The team people too. Like as you work there, you get to go do stuff.
Yes, but today is a new thing that they added called the Premium Scream Night, which is Primo, and it's the first day where you can go and get like
scared
early access.
You get terrorized.
Allegedly shorter lines.
Yes.
Allegedly unlimited food and drink.
You still gotta pay though.
Of course we fucking paid. It was expensive as hell, but
No, I mean we gotta pay for the food, or is it free today?
I've told you this so many times.
But what you tell me, and then, okay, guys, let me break it down. I'm deep in the rabbit hole on YouTube. I've been watching people do videos for the past 2 weeks about this. I've seen the setup. I've seen shots from above, like I'm watching a true crime documentary. I know everything where it's at. I know the food menus. I know the gifts you can get. I know it all. I'm excited.
Yeah.
She didn't look happy right there. She went comatose.
No, I'm excited too. It's a big, beautiful day.
Oh, the horror.
Oh, the horror. You know what was horrible?
What?
You making me watch Longlegs last night?
So, okay. We'll get this out there too. I'm going to have to start doing movie reviews. My tradition, every Halloween, I will pick random scary movies. I watch them. I don't even know what day it is. What is it? Are we in September yet? August? We're at the end of August, I believe. So for me, I sit back and I start watching scary movies. I've been wanting to see Longlegs. I'm happy we didn't go see it at the movie theater. I thought it was a good movie.
Did you?
Not all of it. But I thought, because I'm trying to, in our line of business, anytime you get on Twitter, fans are mad about the show. It's very hard for them to find something they enjoy. So sometimes that rubs off on me. And I see so much negativity on the X, on the Twitter, in the Twitter game, in the Twitter realm, that then I watch a movie and then I automatically go, that was dumb, this was dumb, that was dumb. So now I'm on a positive kick where I watch a film and I get to the end, and unless it was absolute dookie, I'm PG now, PG Mansard, then I try to find something positive in it. Was it a perfect movie? No. Was Nick Cage awesome? He was. Was the story kind of here and there? Yes. There were parts that I kind of thought, why are we going this way? But overall, I thought it was a good movie. Could have done without some things, could have done with some more things. But now I'll toss the mic to my wife here. What did you think about the film?
So I really struggle to watch movies anyways. Movies are always a tough, I got ADHD. I just don't, I lose interest quickly.
Very quickly. Not
into it. So that's tough. And something as well that I've noticed for me, which I'm sure is very annoying for Manson, for anyone else that I'm watching a movie with, this is like the most ridiculous part because I'm literally a professional wrestler for a living. But if something isn't in the realm of reality, I'm instantly taken out of it.
Yes.
So like in like one of the opening scenes, this guy gets his head blasted off. There's like two detectives that go to a house. This guy gets his head blasted off. knocks on the door, dun dun, door opens, pew, head explodes. And then the female cop that he's with just goes into the house with her gun to look for whoever did this. And in my brain, I'm going, this is so stupid. That would literally never happen in real life.
I thought the same thing. So I got two things here. First thing, no radios. They didn't announce where they were.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen a cop.
Stupid.
I've seen cops pull up to Circle K and they get out and say, hey, I'm pulling into here, going to do this. Every cop, when they stop and they're going in to investigate something or talk to someone, they document it, or they got a backup, or they got 2-3 backups. You don't just walk up in a house and announce yourself. Mind you, they're looking for someone on the run who they're told this guy's armed and dangerous.
And they go, knock, knock, FBI.
FBI, you would not do that. So I was with her on that one. Because sometimes, Steph, we'll be watching, if we're watching like a zombie movie. Now, there are movies, so I know, here's what I've learned as a great husband. Return of the Living Dead, we watched that, remember?
Yep.
Within the beginning of the movie, they explain everything that would not make sense in other movies. They have a reason why certain things happen. And she pointed it out instantly, which I'd already seen it. I watch it 3 times a year. As soon as it started, she went, ooh, they explained that well. Oh, that's why that makes sense, even though that wouldn't really happen. If a movie doesn't start with that, I know she's going to be on her phone in about 10 minutes.
I don't know why I'm like this, and I really wish I wasn't, but it just, I don't know, I feel like but I'm also the kind of, like, if I'm watching a TV show, I notice the weirdest things. Like, I'll notice, like, a girl has her hair tucked behind her ear, and then in the same scene, 3 seconds later, her hair's not tucked behind her ear, and I'm like, okay, they shot that, like, over a longer period of time. Or, like, I can tell someone's re-dyed their hair, or their hairstyle has slightly changed, or their beard is grown out a little bit more, so I can tell that they've shot the scene on different days. I don't know, there's just, like, I pick up weird little, like, intricacies that then take me out of it, which is so stupid because it's like, I'm literally a wrestler.
Well, so I kind of like it though, and this is why. I'm the same way. I watch a movie and I notice like, well, that shot's different. He's wearing something different. But I was just chalk it up to, I paid whatever it was or a streaming service. I'm sitting down because we don't got a lot of free time. So if we do and I turn on a movie, or if I'm watching Nitro or WCW or ECW or something, I'm just watching it to be done with doing stuff for a little bit. I'm zoned in. But I, like she does, I notice the little things. But I've been using, when we watch stuff and she'll notice stuff, I use it more into wrestling. And then I become the guy when people are, well, they were going to do this and then that and then this. And then I'm sitting over there and I'm either going, that makes absolutely no sense. Or B, how do I stay out of this scene so I don't look like a dummy? So y'all can do whatever, but I'm going to roll out that ring so I don't look foolish. Is that wrong to do?
No.
So.
What? Yeah, I don't know. I thought Longlegs was stupid. But then when you think about it, it's like two of my favorite movies are The Grinch and Nightmare Before Christmas. So what does that even mean?
Yeah, but those are dumb. Those tell a continuous story. I'm really going to break it down because I'm a real big...
Is this just a movie review episode?
I'm a real big film guy. They tell a continuous story. From the get-go, you know who the good guy, bad guy, and everything else is. Everything is wrestling to me. Good guy, bad guy, the villain, you know, everything is set up within the first 5 minutes of the movie, maybe 10. And then from that story, it continues on, and there's peaks and valleys, and it's conclusion, and then it wraps up, and then it leaves it open where you can do something else, where you're like dancing. So those two movies are fantasy films, right? What was it?
Nightmare and Grinch.
But they also have a story of good and evil, and there's a resolution at the end. So to me, I don't think it's dumb. But I know, especially with horror movies, newer horror movies, everything's been done. So they try to just throw stuff at the wall.
You know what we watched that I did love?
What?
What is it called with the mother?
Oh, Barbarian.
That was great.
I knew she was going to like that one too. I've got a good judge of, I hadn't heard, I purposely didn't watch any reviews of Longlegs, and I never buy into the hype. I called the phone number though, where you could listen to Nick Cage on there going, call creepy voice, happy birthday. I did that. Great PR move. Great build up. But the movie, it was good.
I thought Nick Cage's character was cool.
Awesome.
I think there was nowhere near enough of it in the movie.
Yes.
And I understand, like, holding back to keep the mystique and whatever else and, like, build suspense, but I don't feel like they did a good job of building the suspense for the character.
And it got boring at points because once you get that character in, you want to see that. And I get where they're going. Hey, we'll give you a little bit of this, and this is like, because the first scene where he's talking, you know, the whole movie's built around this character. And then they're going to make you wait to see him again, just like in wrestling or any movie. Here's the big deal, we'll make you wait. But if the rest of the characters are kind of like...
Oh, also, the scene... Sorry, this is full spoilers for Longlegs. Get over it.
Spoiler alert.
It came out long enough ago.
It's streaming now.
The scene where the note was in her house, and instead of, like, ringing the other cops or, like, getting in the car and going to the police station or, like, anything, she sits there in her own house, which this Longlegs character has obviously just been inside her house. She sits there decoding the letter.
Bad protocol.
Odd. Stupid.
I wouldn't have stayed in the house.
Doesn't make sense.
I would have came in blasting. Boom, boom, boom.
Dumb as shit.
And my other critique was she didn't have an animal at all. You living out in the woods like that in that beautiful house, you ain't got a cat or a dog or nothing. You just out there by yourself.
I also don't believe that a single woman can afford... I mean, I guess she's in the FBI, but, like, that was a giant, really nice, big house in the woods.
And her mom was poor.
And her mom was poor. Like,
it made no sense.
It doesn't make sense. The more that you think about it, the more that you just go, this is fucking stupid.
I think they had an idea to let's just redo Hannibal Lecter.
And you know, yeah, go on.
And then let's redo Hannibal Lecter. And it's the same story. It's a female FBI agent.
These ideas aren't fleshed out enough.
No. And I think Nick Cage saw it like he always does, and he goes, this is weird, I'm going to make it weirder. So his stuff is always the selling point. But then everything else, but once again, it's just a movie. We're sitting down enjoying the movie. This is our views on it. You ain't got to go to Twitter and go, oh, they didn't like this or that. We like a lot of movies. Some movies lose us because they don't make no sense.
Yeah. Anyways. Should we talk about GCW? We've come off Homecoming, the biggest weekend of the year.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Ye old John Bradshaw.
The wrestling god.
The wrestling god.
Wrestling god.
So for those who didn't see, JBL made a surprise appearance at GCW Homecoming Night 1 this past weekend and helped Mance Warner retain his GCW World Heavyweight Championship and become the undisputed champ. How was that?
It was awesome. We're smart people, man. Right when you think someone's going to beat me, we got another plan.
You know
Matt
what?
Cardona, greatest GM of all time. My wife, the greatest wife of all time. The greatest heater. Did y'all see Steph chokeslam? He's got a new nickname. Aura? The Aura or something.
Orange.
Blake Christian. He goes by the Aura.
Yeah,
Aura's
but did you get it?
I do.
Aura and orange?
I like his mustache. He got choke slammed on the door and he bounced up. Steph, instantly, without even a second hesitation, spears him through.
Yeah. Good night.
JBL shows up, lays out Effie, looks at me. I climb the ladder. I get the title. I'm the undisputed champ. No more two-title bullshit at GCW. There's one champion. Deathmatch royalty rules all. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
It's cool being associated with anyone that's, like, being a huge star in WWE, but I don't know, I feel like JBL, it's just a totally different level. When it's someone that you genuinely have been a fan of for so many years, like, it's not just some random motherfucker. It's like, this is, as you said, the wrestling god. Aligning with JBL feels like a different level. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, he's the man. The man. And he came out there, punched Effie in the face, hit him with 2 clotheslines from hell. It was awesome.
What do you think this means for Mance moving forward? Is this like, do you think this is a one-time deal, or are we going to see more of JBL and GCW?
I have a feeling he'll be there more often.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be there every single show, but he don't need to.
I don't even want to be there every single show.
He's a millionaire.
We run 3 fucking shows a week.
He's a millionaire. He's been in WWE forever. He's a wrestling god. He don't need to be there every show.
Right.
But he has some some kind words for old Manser. That's always nice. It reminds you you're doing something right in this business.
Yeah.
Having someone like that in the locker room is really good. You can learn from them. You can actually ask some questions and learn stuff.
It's like so much knowledge.
And it's right there.
So much knowledge.
It's easy to go and
very
learn.
Accessible. And another person like that who I think is just like an incredible person to have in the locker room, and I get the pleasure of being around them at TNA too, is Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah.
You know, and having that match, Matt and Jimmy versus Matt Hardy and Joey Janela. I mean, being in the ring, I think I haven't even had a chance to watch it back yet, but if you look at during Matt Hardy's entrance, I'm in the ring and we're, opposing them, but you can probably see me smiling and just taking it in because feeling the energy of the fans just getting so amongst someone like Matt Hardy is such a cool feeling.
Oh yeah, same thing with JBL. I'm down in the corner. I've just been beat up and hit with a big move by Effie. And I hear music go off. I think Cole Radrick's going to run out and try to take my title I've worked so hard for. And then I can hear behind me the crowd's going nuts. And I happen to roll over right when JBL's getting in the ring. And I got blood all over me. There's pieces of door everywhere, but I can see him. And then he lays out Effie and that place goes insane. Which is funny to me because a lot of fans always have things to say about people. But then when those people show up in your company and in our ring, everyone chants. Because everyone's fans at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, like, we thought JBL was going to get booed out of the building, but there was a giant JBL chant.
It was awesome.
But I think it's just because everyone appreciates the star power and, like, the legacy that wrestlers like that have. Having Matt Hardy there, he didn't need to do shit. All he needed to do was a fucking entrance. But that match was incredible. I think they had a great match. And I think our entrance was so cool.
Tell them about the entrance.
Well, Matt Cardona, this was his return match after 4 months off from a torn pectoral muscle. So obviously he was going to go out with a bang. We'll come back in with a bang, I guess. And he, he always has to do the most. So do I. We all always have to do the most. And last year at Homecoming, Matt and I did the iconic Ghostbusters entrance, which will go down in history forever. So for this year, we definitely were like, well, how do we top this or at least match it, right? And Matt and I have actually had that Jurassic Park gear made for probably a year. So that's been sitting in my closet for a long ass time because we've had this idea for a very long time. But the other thing too is there's not many venues that you can actually drive a vehicle into for an entrance. So the Showboat is one of the only places that you can really do that. So we knew that it was going to have to be the Showboat. We knew it was going to be GCW. We knew that we were going to save it for something big, something special. And we just didn't really know when we were going to do it. But then this felt like the perfect time. So Matt, obviously being as resourceful as he is, literally found a Jurassic Park Jeep. And then, all three of us made an entrance in the Jurassic Park Jeep to the ring, me, Matt, and Broski Jimmy. And it was just another one of those like iconic history moments that I think will be remembered for a long time. And it's another one of those things that even though I didn't wrestle, it's like what is in my control? What can I control? I can control how we present ourselves. I can control how I look. So let's go balls to the wall and let's stand out and let's make an impact and let's try and break through. Because the thing as well is like with the internet, right? There's like so much content constantly. And I think there was the AEW pay-per-view was like the day before or that, whatever the fuck. The day before.
There was AEW TV, AEW pay-per-view, there was MMA thing, there was a lot
the internet was so flooded with wrestling content anyways. So you're competing with that of how do we break through the algorithm.
Our shows go on late.
Yeah. And there's also so much of everything. So that stuff even though it's like expensive and it's a lot of work. I mean, I've spent all day today running around to different stores trying to organize one of my outfits for TNA. That is all the extra work that, in my opinion, pays off in the long run because it's memorable. And, you know, I don't think people will ever forget my Bride of Frankenstein look for my TNA wedding. I don't think people will ever forget what I'm going to do this weekend. I don't think, you know, every single TNA taping, I'm trying to outdo myself, and it always pays off and people always talk about it. And even though I'm really not wrestling that much at the moment on screen, it's like, well, let's add value in other ways. Let's try and make myself a valuable player to the show. And I think I've done that with GCW. I think I've done that with TNA. I think you've created that for yourself wherever you go.
Well, I mean, Matt said something recently. He was doing a podcast and they asked him, since he's been out, who stepped up, and he said, nobody besides me. And I know for a fact that got me some heat with people because we're in a business filled with egos and people that easily get offended and angry about stuff. But I don't give a damn. And I know the work I've put in, and I'm proud of it. So at the end of the day, it's like what you just said. We're constantly working and doing small things that may not pay off right now or tomorrow or a week or a month, 6 months, but eventually down the road, it always goes back to always say catalogs or making a catalog. And I think that's the point of the whole thing.
And I think too, as well, like with anything that you do, the way I look at it is like, when I rest my head at night, do I feel satisfied that I've done everything I can to put myself in the best possible position to succeed? You know, like, where else can I be putting in more effort? Where else can I be improving? Am I presenting the best version of myself? Am I, you know, like identifying weaknesses and trying to improve on that? And I think that Matt always does that. I try to do that. I think you try to do that. And I think most people who have been really successful try to do that, right? But I feel like it's like a weird paradox because you don't want to get to a point where you're complacent, right? But you also don't want to be insecure because that affects your performance. But you also can't believe your own shit to the point where you think that you have nothing to improve on.
You took my line I was about to say. I always say it.
You can't drink your own Kool-Aid too much.
As soon as you believe your own bullshit, you done messed up. As soon as you think you're great and you think you've done everything, you're done. That's it. You are done.
Yeah.
In my opinion. As soon as you believe I'm this and that and nothing could go on without me, you're done. Because it can.
I mean, Hulk Hogan was replaceable.
Everyone is.
WWE's continuing on without John Cena.
We're in a business that you can't control everything. You can control your stuff. Not all of it, but you control how you look, what you present, your package, overall package. Certain things it's like a video game. You level up on this, this, and this. You can't leave that over there sitting by itself. Because at some point, that's going to get exposed. That's going to be something, if you could do a bunch of moves, and you can do a bunch of arm bars, but you can't talk on the mic. Well, guess what? At some point, you're going to have a microphone. And then you should have leveled that up. Or anything.
It's also the opposite, though. Like, if you're great on the mic, but not great in the ring, that's going to get exposed as well.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. It's like...
You got to at least have 4 maneuvers.
But also...
Big sexy, my man.
But also, I think, like, the willingness to, like, accept that you don't know everything.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think that's where a lot of people mess up. So here's an example. GCW started as a small company with a roster. Everyone knew the roster, right? And then the roster grows because anything gets popular, there's more people wanting to be there. There's people that drive all the way to get there. There's people that help with set up a teardown. There's people that have been there for years and years and years. I was there for years until I became what I am now. I could have easily complained and said, I deserve this, I deserve that. This company won't be nothing without me. And I could have left, and I didn't. And then here I am. But there's also people in the locker room now that you could go and talk to, right? There's people there who have done everything. They've been at WrestleMania. They've been at every pay-per-view. They've been at the Hall of Fame. They got tons of figures made. They've done everything, but they're still learning, and they're here to help people. So how many people do you think go talk to those legends that are back there? Probably not enough, because people are doing their own thing.
I mean, I say it all the time. Like the information that I've learned from being around Matt every weekend for the last year and a half is like invaluable, and that is what has made me level up. That's what has turned me into the star I am today, the businesswoman I am today. The whole package is like, so much of that is stuff that I've learned from Matt. And you know, he's at multiple indie shows every single weekend, and I don't see enough people going and asking him for his advice or asking him to watch their match or give them feedback, or, you know, I always think if you like find someone who has what you want, or find someone who's done what you want to do, and figure out what the fuck they did, and then try and emulate that in your own way, right? So it's like, if you want to go to WWE or whatever, you've got Matt who was there for 15 years. You should be asking him like what it takes to get there, what you need to be working on, asking him for feedback, asking him for advice, because I've seen people do it in the locker room, and I've seen him sit for like 30 minutes giving people like really valuable, really useful advice on what to do and where to start and what they need to work on. And, you know, that kind of stuff is invaluable. And yeah, as I said, like, I think learning from him and learning from other people like that is what has made me kind of like level up.
The business.
The business.
The business.
Well, anyways. Yeah.
Man, we just did like a free shoot interview for people.
That was a shoot.
Here's our seminar. I will take $25 per person.
If you learned something, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Let your booker know, and he'll fly me in, and I'll do the same seminar for you. I'm not wrestling, though. I'll just be doing the talking for 3 hours in the ring. You guys will not be doing any arm bars or hitting the ropes. I will just be talking like this, and you'll learn a whole lot. And then tell everyone I was mean.
Preach. Well, I mean, that's pretty much an ep, babe.
Well,
is there
once
anything
again,
else you want to get off your chest?
we're going to Halloween Horror Nights tonight. We're going to be. How many times can we go with this deal that we got? We could just once ever.
Yep.
Well, I thought we bought the thing.
I don't really want to hear about this because I went through a lot to get these tickets.
Oh well, I'm just confused. This is me just realizing. I thought we bought like the pass.
No.
So we bought just one pass.
They were sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
I didn't know that.
I did tell you, but maybe you forgot.
I probably did forget. Oh, here's another thing. We work all day, every day. We have no time off. Yesterday, or was that the day before, we were packing orders until 12. No,
I decided we're getting an assistant because I'm losing my mind.
we were packing orders until about 1 a.m. So when fans hit me up and go, hey, I need this, we're getting it to you. I apologize. Every weekend we leave Thursday or Friday, and I don't get home, and she don't get home until Monday in the afternoon. We got 4 cats. We got to pay our bills. We got to pack things. We got to go to the gym. We got to do all the food, the household items. We got a lot of things. We're working all day, every day.
We have an assistant next week, so we will hopefully be a bit less stressed and a bit less all over the place. But I guess that's an episode of That's Cooked.
We'll be back with food reviews from the event. I'm going to just talk a whole bunch about everything. We're going to talk about horror movies, scary movies, action figures, all kinds of things. GCW, TNA, on the road, flats, beverages, gym stuff, fake Tanner, our cats.
I am Steph DeLanda. He is Mance Warner. Thank you guys for watching this episode of That's Cooked. As I said, if you like it, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. We love you. Until next time, that's cooked.